now we have audio. Okay, so alignment, boxes, new links, LaTeX, other things you want to know how to do. There's something that you saw on the wiki that you're like, how did they do that? We'll just start exploring. So, sec. Okay, so the thing about the wiki is there's like 3 technologies that we're using at the same time. Okay, so the wiki is this big thing. It's got sort of 3 components, and we're using them all sort of simultaneously. We've got HTML, right? The stuff that makes web pages. That's kind of the basic markup language of the thing. Then we've got the particular stuff that Mediawiki runs on. So our wiki is run by the same software that runs Wikipedia, which is Mediawiki. And then we've got, that's pronounced LaTeX. Okay, looks like it's latex. It's LaTeX. Okay, and this is the thing that typesets the math equations. Okay, so we've got these kind of 3 interacting things that are all kind of hard to use. Right? They all require a lot of training. So I want to show you a little bit about how these work. So we'll navigate over to the Wiki workshop. Hello, you're perfectly on time. You've arrived at the perfect moment to begin. Okay, so so just to address this question about new links and pages, if you are on the wiki and you notice that a link is red, that means it's pointing into empty space. There's nothing that link really goes to. It goes into the vacuum. Okay, so when you click on that, it will take you to a page that says Creating a Wiki Workshop. Okay, so to answer this question about how you make new links and pages, you can just have a link that goes to no existing page, and then you go, edit it, save changes, and now this page contains the text hello. So if we look back, that Wiki Workshop has changed to a blue link. That means it's pointing at some text. It's pointing at the text hello. Okay, so if you want to create new pages, you can just create links to pages that don't already exist. And that will create a new page for you. So, I don't know, we could make a new page, you know, if you want to include an awesome hot dog recipe, you could make a link. Clearly that page doesn't exist already. So you click it, that has a new page. Okay, so when you make wikis, you just create new pages by sort of linking to them. And if I remove that, there's no trace of it left. Okay, it goes away. So to create new content, you can link to it. I want to show you a little bit of how these 3 pieces kind of interact. Okay, so Mediawiki itself comes with some tools for formatting text. So I think if you make something italic, you put 2 vertical quotes. So those are quote signs that are straight up and down. On my keyboard, they're right beside the Enter button. And that will make it into italics. So that adds a little bit of emphasis to the text. If you want to make something really special, you can make it as bold text by putting 3 quote marks. Okay. So these are parts of the Mediawiki software, of its tool set. Okay. If you want to link to something, generally you use a pair of brackets. So if I want to link to the week 1 lecture notes, I can do so by writing them between a pair of square brackets that will create a link for me. Right? That page already exists, so the link shows up blue. Okay? It's very helpful to use these links to refer to pages that already exist in the wiki. So you might notice that problems 3 and 5 are quite similar. So here someone duplicated the format from one question to another. We can go in and we can link to that other question. Okay, so now that's a link to the thing that they use the formatting on. Okay, so that's part of the wikis. You can connect things up very nicely by hyperlinking. Okay, the main guide, the main sort of collection of resources on how to use this side of the equation is at the bottom here. The Mediawiki formatting guide has like everything you could want to know about formatting. So we've got italics, we've got bold, how to make headings. I like to break things up by introducing a lot of headings. So that's very helpful. So headings allow you to create sort of nested levels of structure. So you might make a different section for each of your contributions, the things that you thought were important. Okay, and now those will get put underneath portfolio, and then you can edit these piece by piece. They become sort of small sub-wiki pages. This is very helpful.
So everything about visual interface comes from the Mediawiki, right?
95%, yeah, I'd say. There's a little bit about this part that we'll talk about in a moment.
Okay.
Okay, so all of this stuff is sort of special just to the software that we're using. These two tools are generic programming tools. HTML and LaTeX are pretty general. Okay. Just before we go on, are there thoughts there? Are there things people would like to know about this part of the thing?
Is there an editor that integrates these three?
Not that I know of. The only thing that I know that does it is actually the Mediawiki software. Like, that's a cool thing to maybe Google. Is there like a text editor that would live on your computer so you can do this stuff offline? I don't know. The only thing that I've ever used all of these three tools in is this piece.
Or is there like an online tool where you can write it and then you have another window where it shows up how the formatted in real time?
I don't know. We should investigate though, because that'd be a very helpful tool. That'd be very, very helpful. You can do these, you can kind of have a preview. So you can go edit this, show preview, and it will show you sort of in real time, or not real time, but So then you hit show preview, and it push it up to here. So that's somewhat helpful, but it's not fundamentally that much better. But yeah, I'll investigate. I'll see if there's an offline version of this. Okay, so that's a little bit about this side of things. What are we doing on the HTML side? So some of the visual stuff is put into the wiki using HTML syntax. So HTML is usually formatted using angle brackets. So you'll have tag, which will somehow modify the text, and then you'll have end tag, which will end that modification of the text. Okay, so this is sort of standard HTML format. So some of the things that you'll see on the wiki use that formatting. So a lot of people have been doing color that way. If they want to color something, say red or green, they'll do the following. Okay, so let's make this really, really emphatically great. Okay, so we wrap it in a span tag. That means everything inside this tag will get affected by the style that I'm about to define. Okay, so we surround it in span. And then we make it, let's say, green, because this is such a great solution. So let's say it changes there, and then it appears as a colored thing. Okay. The great thing about wikis is that you can steal from them. You can copy and paste. So if you want to use that same style later, you don't have to memorize all the stuff. You can say, maybe make this one orange. So with the wiki, it's very, very helpful to go in and copy and paste this formatting stuff. So if you're not willing to learn HTML, you can just copy and paste previously existing things. Okay, so I made an awesome solution, and now it's orange text. Okay. One thing that people have used in various places in the wiki that I find very helpful is the ability to fold things into collapsible menus. So now I'll show you how to do that and also how to copy from the wiki. So we'll go to the syllabus, look at week 1, look at week 1's worksheet. So see these expandy things? So I can expand the solution or collapse the solution. This is very helpful. It means that you can look at the worksheet without looking at the solutions. I have no idea how to make that happen, other than to look at a place where I've already seen it on the wiki, and then notice that I can take all that code. So as I was saying, HTML often begins with a tag. So I begin at the place where that tag starts. Then I go down, copy all that stuff, and I end when I come to that division tag. Now I can paste that into the thing I'm working on. And I get a little expanding tag. Oh geez. Oh no. This is helpful. This means that we've broken something, right? This is not the intended output. Okay. So that's sort of using something already on the wiki, copy and pasting things to move them around. Okay, so we can use spans to color things. We can use these divisions to create collapsible menus. Okay. Very good. Okay. Now I want to give you a very brief tour of this side of the wiki picture, this LaTeX part. Just out of curiosity, who wants to like do more math in their life? Okay, we've got like 4 or 5 people. Nice, yeah? Or comp sci even, right? You will eventually want to submit all of your assignments in LaTeX. Yeah. So when you eventually go to grad school, if that's where you wind up, you'll have to write a thesis. You'll write your thesis in LaTeX. If you ever want to sort of write a book, you should probably write it in LaTeX. So this is, yeah, it's a very, very, very helpful tool. The way that we go into LaTeX mode is using these tags math. Okay, so to enter some mathematics, we wrap it in begin math and end math. And then we can write, some really deep mathematics. Okay. And it shows up sort of as a special thing. Okay, so math mode is what will handle our sort of equations and this kind of thing. Okay. In this class, we'll be handling a lot of derivatives. Okay, so a derivative is really, oh yes, question. Yes.
Like a question, like after you're done that, like the implies symbols doesn't work.
Yes, I'll show you how to write implies.
Oh,
yeah. Yes, good. So a derivative is fundamentally a fraction. So we begin /fraction. LaTeX mode, things tend to begin with a slash, right? Special things like the pi symbol, sine and cos, those all begin with a slash. You'll have some function, sine or cos, and then you'll have some curly brackets. Yes?
The way I searched up, I saw that I had to use dfrac. What's the difference between dfrac and frac?
I don't know. I don't know what dfrac is. We'll investigate. We'll look into that.
Okay.
Maybe it puts those the d's in place for us. Okay, so that will make a fraction whose numerator is dy and whose denominator is dx. Okay. Ooh, it's very nice. It's very mathy. Yes.
I believe fraction and dfrac, like the difference is just makes the fraction larger.
Oh, cool.
Use dfrac.
Oh, okay. Let's try it. Let's do some science. Aha! Right. It does make it larger. Okay. That is nice. That is good to know. Okay, so that's how you make a fraction. Lots of the things in our class are fractions. Okay, lots of the things that we deal with are integrals. So to make a integral, write int for integral. And then we can write function, etc. So that's how we write an integral. Oftentimes we want bounds here. Right? We want bounds at the bottom and top of our integral sign. So to make things go down low in LaTeX, we do underscore, and to make things go up, we put a caret. What's the name of that? That's the number above, or that's the thing above 6 on your keyboard, probably. Okay, so we get here. Uh-oh. Oh, the GoPro just ran out of batteries. Oh. Okay, so that's how we write an integral. Okay. What's everyone's favorite theorem, fundamental theorem of calculus? What other things do we need? Oh, we need the sort of special functions or important functions in math. Okay. So usually those begin with a slash sign. Okay, so I just want to show you the visual difference about what that slash does. So if I do it without the slash, it interprets each one of these things as a variable. It interprets it as s times I times n. And if I write slash sign, it interprets it as a math function. Okay. Oh, and I need to interpret these as slash. Okay, so it says, so in this version, this is s times I times n of p times I. And this is saying those are special math things. And recognizes them as such. Okay. Okay, there's one common mistake that people make when, or one of the common intro mistakes when working with LaTeX is to do stuff like this. Okay, so if I want to say that e to the 1 plus 1 is e to the 2, right, that caret will only eat that first 1. So it'll raise it, it'll raise one of them up, but it doesn't raise the whole expression. Okay? So to raise the whole expression, I put it in curly brackets. Okay, so now I'll get e to the 1 plus 1 is e to the 2. So surround everything that you want with brackets. Oh, another thing that comes up from time to time. Right, is we might want the typeset a square root. So we use this operator sqrt. Something that looks like this. Okay, if we want a third root, put a 3. Okay, so a little bit about how things get typeset. Okay, very nice. So that's a little bit about LaTeX. A little bit about making new pages. Now I want to go to the topic of sort of surrounding things with boxes, making things appear nice. Okay, so we'll go to homepage. And I encourage you to copy and paste and to steal things from the wiki. So here I say, oh, look at this box. This is a beautiful box. I would love that for my picture. Right? If you go to my bio page, I look like a complete goofball. And I have this thing, which is a three-dimensional knot. So I would love to put that into a box so that it becomes even more impressive. So I'll go to the front page. I'll find this box. Okay. Now I'll take the code that generates that. Okay. And I just want to sort of I'll line those two up so that you can kind of see the difference. Okay, so here I'm listing this. So right now that knot is appearing as a file, so it's just getting dumped right into the page. Right, it's just dumped into the page with no special stuff. If I list it as an image though, it will get a bit of special treatment. The internet gnomes are slow. Yeah, Chris?
I noticed that within the thing that you were copying, it said thumb. What is that?
Oh, it makes a thumbnail out of the picture. So when this finally loads, you'll see a slightly smaller picture than it started off as. So it makes a thumbnail of the thing. All right, this is going nowhere. There's too many people editing. Okay, that's going fine. All right, that still hasn't changed. Okay, let's make this into an image. We'll center it. Huh. Okay, what other things do we have to do? Oh yes, alignment. Wiki is not at all cooperating with us.
not as an image, but as a file, I think it would still work with the box. Because you uploaded a GIF, right? Am I not?
Right. The issue that we're having is that just none of the page changes are saving now.
Oh.
So, sorry, the workshop just kind of petered out there because save changes is no longer working. And the wiki is not loading pages. Oh, okay, that one loaded. Let's stop. Or save changes again. Stop. Reload. Nope, it does not want to save changes. Okay, let's see if we can deal with things in here. Will this one save changes? Yes. All right. My page is somehow special. Okay, so the question was, how do we align equations? There's a special environment for doing so called align. Okay, so to align equations, we type where we okay, so let's see what that looks like. Right, so that looks very fine so far, totally normal. Now if we want to, so what's going on here? Say 4 is equal to 2 plus 2 and make a new line. Okay, so if we make a new line after that, we can apply the famous identity 1 plus 1 is 2.
So that new line is only for within math?
Hmm?
That double backslash new line is only within math?
Yes.
What's
Yeah.
the new line outside of math?
So outside of math mode, you just make you make a double thing. So you make new line, right? So that will put this equation on a different line than this equation. So two new characters.
Wait, like slash new line?
No, just put an enter between them.
Oh, literally.
Yeah. And then we can align this one again. Okay. So what that character and is doing is it's telling you where the equal sign should go. Okay, so this is occasionally helpful. Okay, very good. And did that thing save now? No. Oh, I see. Okay, there's been some kind of error in creating a thumbnail. All right. So let's not do thumbnail. Maybe that will work. Oh. Ooh. Very beautiful in its own way. So it's doing something with that text. All right, let's see if that'll actually save this time. Okay. Let's try this with something that is not a GIF. Okay. Right, okay, very good. So it seems that it's hard to put an animation into a box that somehow messes up the thumbnail creating process. The thumbnail creating process can work with JPEGs. But if you want to put a standard image in a box, that's not so bad. To do so, we just have to center it and put it as an image file. Okay, so that seems not so bad. Okay, so boxes are fine, animations are fine, but don't combine them. Everything
Alright.
blows up. Okay, are there other questions? Have I created any new questions for people?
Is there any extra package which was important when doing this kind of stuff?
No. So no, everything's very, very standard. Very, very simple.
Because I remember the text should start with a document class and you choose the type of the.
Right. I don't know what the real document header is
Okay.
underneath. Oh, there's a question about implication arrows. So if you want to say one thing implies another, you can do so with a big right arrow, so capital R. Okay. That'll give you a sort of a nice implication thing. Okay, so I think I should wrap it up here and then address specific questions that people have, specific things they'd like to look at. So we'll stop.